Not Worth the Time with Wade Taylor. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Not Worth the Time. So sorry that I skipped out on you guys last week. I left you hanging, and a lot of people were very upset. Though they didn't voice their concerns, you know. The Not Worth the Time fans are very, very accepting. They just let it go. It sees below. They're like me. You know, they take their little anger about, like, oh, the episode didn't come out this week. How bullshit is that? And they take that rather than sending it out on the airwaves of Twitter and Facebook. They store it deep down in there and suppress it, you know. That'll come up in a fight with one of their girlfriends, you know. They're just like, hey, and you know what? Another thing, you never put out an episode on fucking time. And they're just like, what? Huh? Where's this coming from? He's like, nothing. There's nothing to do with it. Some dude freaking the fuck out. But I do apologize for that. That is very unprofessional of me to just abandon you guys and just be like, hey, I'm not doing it this week. But some shit happened and I couldn't make it happen. But here we are. I'm doing it this week now. So just be on a different schedule of other rotating Mondays, right? Yeah, or maybe I'll just get back on track. I'll do one this week and one next week. Who knows? We'll just have to stay tuned and find out, guys. You never know. But here we are. It is another week. I'm just chilling, you know, getting my ass kicked in fantasy football every goddamn week. Just absolute shithouse, guys. Just getting fist fucked in fantasy football. And I only play in one league. I play in one league, and it's for money. And, of course, every year I just get fist fucked. You know, you'd think one of these times I might do decent. And I started out decent. Started out real good, but it's all done. It's over. I've thrown in the towel this season. Somebody's got $20 of mine that's just going to go to them. It's over. It's over. My team's just been decimated. It's dumb. So there's that fantasy football update no one cares about. That's just what was just on my mind at the time. It's very sad looking at the scores when I look at my players just like, Jesus fucking Christ. What am I doing? This is so bad. It's not what I wanted to happen. This isn't fair. Who cares? You win some, you lose some. I lose a lot of these. I'm trying to think if I've gambled on much else that I've actually won. The only time I can ever think that I did super well with sports, like betting, and it's such a crapshoot, was when I did like the March Madness brackets, which is really crazy to think that we didn't have that this year. You think about all the crazy shit that's happened in 2020. But there was all the madness that's happened in 2020, but there was zero March Madness, guys. We had zero madness in March, and everybody just kind of forgot about it. You know, we were like, this isn't madness anymore. This is just a basketball tournament. We used to think this was the craziest thing ever, and now there's a pandemic going on, just fucking everything up for everybody. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but I know I did well on that once, right? I did the one of the years Duke won it. And this is, dude, you just have to have kids pick your fucking March Madness brackets. Because I picked Duke to win it all. My dad was not happy with that. My dad hates Duke. He was just like, you're going to pick Duke? God, whatever. Okay, fine. They'll be there to win. And I ended up winning the bracket pool because I had Duke winning it. And I think I had the final two. And I didn't get all the games, obviously, right. That would have been insane. I would remember that for sure. But I know I got the final two teams in the championship game, and I had Duke winning it, and that caused me to win. I think I won $50. That was like our family pool. It's so funny. You don't even buy into that. So it's my dad setting aside $50 to be like, hey, whoever wins this gets this $50, which is really fun to do and really cool. We get to do as a family. But yeah, my dad was not happy that I picked Duke to win it, and then they did, and then I won, and then I kind of became like a small Blue Devils fan. Like I always was rooting for Duke because they won money. Because that's how you pick teams, guys. You pick your favorite teams by if they won you money or not. They win you money, and then you never bet on them again. Because as soon as a team becomes your favorite team, you can no longer bet on them. I can't bet on Niners games. That's a conflict of interest. I'm betting with emotion. You can't bet with emotion. You got to bet with the numbers. You got to go with the numbers, the stats, the skills. You bet with your heart. You can't bet with your heart, kid. You got to bet with your brain and not the one downstairs. You can't think with that brain. You imagine how weird that'd be walking into a sports book with your dick hard. Unless you do online gambling, you know. Then you do online gambling, you take a blue chew, you pop a boner, and you just fucking let your dick pick out. You just shoot cum on the screen. Like, I guess we're going with the Packs this week. We're going with the Packers over the Bears. because I shot a load on my computer screen. You can't walk into a sports book hard. That's why people want like sports gambling to just be legal online for sure, because so they can just sports gamble with their dick hard, just so rock hard while they're betting, just stroking it to the game like, oh my god, they're about to cover the spread. We're one field goal away. Oh my god. Yeah, but you can't bet with emotions, guys. You gotta bet on that kind of stuff. You got to bet on the line. You got to do the smart bet. You got to do the smart bet. You know, but it's hard. Sports gambling is so weird. What's weird is like with those online gamblings now is you can just do like the in-game betting. So like you just bet different quarters now. So you're just like, I bet you this team will be leading the quarter, or you can bet the over/under on the spread in for each quarter. Like it's so crazy the inline betting it is. And also you can just bet up to the end of the game. I think what was it? My dad was showing me some kind of app he uses, and it's like you can bet up until the last like 5 minutes of a football game. So if you're like, I think Texas is going to come back and win this game, you just fucking throw money down on Texas come back, and the odds are crazy. So like they pay out well if you just bet like 10, $15. But like the fact that you can just make bets like that late in the game is so crazy to me. And, like just trying to, there's probably so many guys out there, because there are people who professionally gamble for a living. That's what they do. They go to the sports book and they just make all their money gambling. And that guy, there's got to be one dude who constantly is just trying to do those in-game bets to make up for his losses on the pre-game bets. Like, he's just trying to cover his ass like, fuck, I already lost 200 on this game. I got to make that 200 back on this parlay. Just fucking freaking out. That's a stressful way to live, man. That seems more stressful than, like, those floor guys at the Wall Street stock exchange, when they're down there just like, I just four, just doing the thing from like fucking Ferris Bueller Cameron, just fucking making all sorts of weird signs trying to sell stocks, and these guys are just freaking out. Like those dudes go wild, and they just, it just seems really stressful. But being a sports, like you just bet sports all day and that's your job, that seems so stressful. Because you also have to take the safe bets now and then. Just be like, oh, I'm going to need rent money this week, so I'm definitely just going to take these safe bets, play it a little bit more even kill. But I feel like that loses, like, when you're in it that deep, you can't just do that. You have to do the high-risk bet in order to feel anything. You got to stand out. You know what I mean? Yeah. I don't know. I don't know anything about gambling. I never even really bet that much on sports, to be honest with you. I like craps. Like playing craps. Maybe I will never play blackjack again. Fuck that game. I lost all my money in Vegas playing blackjack. Won a lot of money playing craps. Always lost money playing blackjack. So, learn how to shoot dice, kids. Just go down to your local neighborhood and ask somebody to show you how to roll them dice. You can learn a lot and you can make a lot of money if you know what you're doing. It's not that hard. But I started a new job. That's been fun. That's why I missed last week's episode. I started this new job, and I was too tired to want to do this podcast, so I said, fuck it. But this new job's been good. You get to drive around quite a bit, and I notice I like doing something a lot, and that's peering into people's garages. We work in a lot of neighborhoods, and people constantly, like in these smaller towns, just always have their garage doors up. And I think you can tell a lot about a family with their garage door up. Like if they have their garage door open, you can see inside. You can tell a lot about them, especially if you can kind of get a little closer. You could tell quite a bit from like just driving by and doing a quick glance in and seeing in there. Like you see a nice a nice yellow Viper in the garage. Probably either a rich dude or or a rich middle-aged man going through a crisis, just really questioning everything about his life. So we got a bright yellow car to make sure people still notice him. I get totally getting a nice sports car. There's nothing wrong with getting a sports car. They're not my thing. I don't care about cars enough. I don't even want to get like a newer car. Like I'm just trying to get bargain cars, man. Even if I had the money, it seems like such a weird thing to me. I'm not about that life. But there's some people who really, really like getting a sports car. That's like their goal. And I'm like, more power to you if that's what you want. But it's not my thing. But I feel like if you get a sports car with a yellow canary paint job on it, I think you just really want attention. Like a sports car kind of says you want attention, but a yellow sports car says you need everybody everywhere to always have to peer over to you at least once while you're going somewhere. Like you have to have every person in. Prove me wrong, everybody. If you see a yellow car, you instantly look over directly at it to see what it is. Prove me wrong. Well, you don't do that with any other color car. Red, whatever, like except for like street racing paint jobs. Okay, you get those out of the fucking equation though. Okay, those are pieces of art. Those airbrush, goddamn, Julio with his airbrushing technique, goddamn it, he's one of the best, and that's art form that should be respected. You respect Julio and his airbrushing technique. But if it's just a straight, solid canary yellow paint job on a sports car, you don't ignore that. That comes driving up beside you. You instantly look over there. It's like a goddamn warning sign. You just crave attention if you get a canary yellow car. And I can back this up with one example for sure. This is an anecdotal thing. But I remember a kid in high school. Like it wasn't even a sports car, right? He had what was it? A Chevy Cavalier, the old Chevy Cavalier, bright fucking yellow. And it just made sense from knowing this kid, because he just always was trying to get attention somehow. Like he was a great athlete, got attention that way. But then, like if he was in class, he had to try to goof off and become a problem and like get everybody to pay attention that way. And then him getting a car, which it's not like a Cavalier's hauling ass or doing 200 or anything like that. It's not going 0 to 60 in like 2 seconds or anything like that. But it's a car. You can still go pretty fast. So he's in a fucking canary yellow Cavalier just fucking rip-roaring around town. And if that's not a cry for attention, I don't know what it is. It just is. And I feel like, you know what? He probably is driving a canary yellow sports car right now, trying to recapture that feeling. And that's probably it. You just don't drive yellow cars, guys. That's what I just want to let you know. Just don't do that. Just go any other color. Literally any other color. Paint it fucking gold. Just solid, bright-ass gold. And that's still not as, like, eye-catching as that canary yellow, dude. I think if you get a canary yellow car, you should have to have Tweety Bird as your honk. Like, it's something I thought a putty tat every time you honk at somebody. I thought a putty tat. I thought. It turns into Porky Pig if you keep hitting the horn. I thought a cat. Yeah, but that's what you should have to have as your car horn is Tweety Bird. And, then I'll stop judging your car a little bit, because you at least accept the consequences of that choice. So, there you go. But you're just peering into the garages, and you can find out so much. That's one example. My favorites is like when you look inside the garage, and somebody has a very nice tool wall. There's like a very organized, nice tool wall, but there's so much dust on top of all of the tools. It's like they were like, no, I'm going to become a handyman. I'm going to fix a lot of the shit around the house, dear. I'm going to do it. I'm going to come around and make sure I'll clean the pipes, and I'll take care of the gutters, and you know what? I'm going to build that addition onto the house that we've always wanted. And then you never did. Instead, you just called somebody who knew what they were doing, because you watched a couple YouTube videos and you went, oh, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Good God. But you dropped about $1,000 worth on just the basic tools, which are good to have around the house. It's just funny that they're collecting dust in there. So dusty. Like, you didn't even touch them, huh, Ted? Ted is in there, and you're just like, I'm going to make sure I'm the manliest man for my wife, and I'm going to make sure that I build her the house of her dreams. And I'm going to put, you know what, I'm going to start small. I'm just going to put out that picket fence that she really wanted. And he can't even put up the fucking fence, man. God damn it. His hands are too soft. He's got, he's getting splinters and all that shit. Ted's an accountant. The guy works with numbers. He's great at crunching numbers. He's actually probably really good at sports betting because he knows how to analyze numbers better than anybody. But Ted doesn't feel like that's a strength that his wife appreciates. She appreciates a guy building a fence or unclogging a drain, which you can unclog a drain, Ted. That is all you. You can do that, okay? I'll teach you how to do it, Ted. We'll make sure you know how to unclog that drain so you can help your wife after she's put too many maxi pads down the toilet. Even though you tell her constantly it's bad for the plumbing. But you love her, so you quit bringing it up, and you just kind of let it go, and you're gonna snake that drain for her because you're a goddamn good husband, Ted. Good for you, Ted. I love when I create fictitious people in my mind and I come up with and I end up thanking them and what is wrong? The fact that I just spun a whole guy's life in my head, that is insanity to me. But it is what it is. But I'll help Ted out. But he's not built for that kind of life. That's why he's an accountant, man. He should be analyzing that and then just when he wants to get away from his wife, go to the sports book and bet a little bit, and he just comes home with extra cash. And as long as he keeps coming home with extra cash, she's never gonna question where the money comes from. You just put it down and be like, "Here you go, baby. Go buy yourself some new stilettos." Hey, and then she's like, "Oh my God, Ted, you're so amazing. I can't believe I live this great lifestyle." But then once Ted starts fucking going down that deep rabbit hole, he feels like a failure in putting up that fence. He only got one section up, and he's got to call somebody else to come do it. And he's pretty sure somebody's banging his wife, and he gets all sad. So he goes down this deep rabbit hole and starts betting but bigger amounts, and eventually starts mortgaging the house underneath his wife's nose. And that's how the marriage falls apart, just because Ted just didn't know how to operate a hammer, guys. Oh, man, I have no idea what I'm talking about at this point. But I don't care. Welcome to Not Worth the Time. You guys know what it's about. You've been here so many times. But maybe we should just hit on what the stuff I found this week. I only found one article, but it's one of my favorites that I think we're going to ever get to check out, guys. So here it is. This is the 7 benefits of sleeping naked that will make you want to hit the snooze in the buff every night. First of all, too long of a title. Just way too long of a title. Shorten that up. Just be like, benefits to sleeping in the buff. You know what I mean? That's good. But let's find out what the benefits are of sleeping nude, guys, because I don't know about how many Not Worth the Time fans out there are sleeping in the buff, being nude when they sleep. I personally enjoy it. I like sleeping in the nude. The only thing that sucks is like living in the Midwest. When you sleep in the nude in the winter, it's even colder. But when you're nude underneath the blankets, it heats up. It's real nice. And then like when the alarm goes off in the morning, when you have to open that blanket up and just expose your naked wiener to the cold world, that sucks a little bit. But it's still better. Like you sleep so good, man. Just dicks out everywhere. You let that vaginal air just just air out the vag a little bit. Let that underneath of the titty, get a little bit breathing rooms. It's got the sweat down there. You need to let it air dry a little bit. Women, you're going to feel some benefits too. So we're going to go through the benefits right now. So, better quality sleep. Good quality sleep requires staying fresh and comfortable. Sleeping naked checks off both of those boxes. Being naked keeps you cooler and avoids skin rubbing, bunching up in the sleeping garments. Okay, and that's from an OGBYN, and the founder of the some medical group. I'm not. You guys can read this. The fucking description are in the below. Okay, I'm gonna read most of this stuff. It'll help you fall asleep faster. Oh, wait, what? You're gonna fall asleep faster? If you have trouble falling asleep, stripping off your clothes before you get it between the sheets could help with that. Sleep onset is related to one temperature. Being naked helps by lowering your skin temperature, and that can facilitate sleep. Sleeping naked also beneficial for women experiencing menopause. Hot flashes and night sweats can wake women up several times a night. See, women, if you're going through menopause, just get naked. Just get naked. That's and that's coming from a guy who has nothing to gain from that. If you're going through menopause, just sleep naked. I will respect your wishes of being naked. Maybe I'll sleep with you naked too. Maybe we're halfway to something going on. I can help with those headaches. They say sometimes a little helps with those headaches. I'm just saying, I am willing to make that sacrifice. To just be there for you. I'll sleep naked. I'll do that sacrifice. It'll help you get through your menopause in a more comfortable manner. Okay, number 3, improve male sperm count and function. Trying to make babies sleepy new can also help with that. Male sperm productivity works best when the testicles are cool. Oh man, I'm gonna start icing my balls. Maybe that's how I can get more powerful loads. Just start icing my nuts before each time I fuck. just shrinking my balls and my dick before I fuck, and then just letting it re-engorge. I wonder if I do that, because you get tinier dick when it's cold, right? So if you ice your balls in your dick before sex, and then you go in, you get a hard on, it's gonna be a little smaller still because you're still a little cold. But as you continue to have sex and you warm up, your genitalia starts to warm up. Your balls drop a little bit they drop if they're too hot, so they keep the temperature regular. The reason they go up is because they're cold and they're trying to stay warmed in order to regulate. So if you keep heating up, does your dick keep expanding along with your your nutsack, and does you just keep getting bigger inside the girl? That sounds like a cool trick. See if she noticed. She's like, oh my god, his dick is growing inside of me even more than I usually feel. That'd be crazy. Okay. But yeah, okay, cool. Well, by doing that, guys, we can make our sperm work better. And if you ice your balls before sex, you'll have an even more powerful nut. You'll be able to shoot. You'll be able to hit your fucking computer screen for a bet from 20 paces. All right. Reduces vaginal yeast infection. See, snoozing without PJs can be good for the vagina because it gives it some time and space to breathe. See, that's what I was saying earlier. You got to let that thing air out a little bit. Well, you can give it a little give it a little smack. Take one of those ballpark fans that you normally use to cool yourself on a hot day at a baseball game. Put it right under there. Just fucking. Don't get it too close though, because then you're gonna start playing with yourself, and that's not the point of this exercise. We're trying to air it out, okay? We're not trying to pleasure ourselves here. But if you want to do that, that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I'll sit there and help you fan out your vagina if it'll help you. It can improve your relationship with your partner. I was joking for doing away with clothes at night can help the nurture. It also help nurture your relationship with your partner. Skin to skin contact builds intimacy and improves relationship. Dr. Gresh says, if physical touch is your love language, a loving touch, touching naked skin in bed can bring sense of reassurance, warmth, caring, and into a relationship. Dr. Horton adds that snuggling naked can also help lower cortisol, aka the stress hormone, releasing oxytocin, aka love hormones, increasing the attraction between the partner in a long-term relationship. Damn, that's right. So you don't even need drugs to do this, guys. You just gotta get naked, cuddle up with each other, and you're gonna be more attracted to each other, and you're gonna feel less stressed. You're gonna be way less stressed if you just get naked and cuddle with each other. Don't have sex though, you guys. We're trying to have healthiness in our brains. If you're gonna undo it if you just have sex. If you just have sex, it's just gonna hold everything else up. You're not gonna get those cortisone levels dropped if you have sex, because you're gonna get stressed out oh, does my butt smell weird? So you just gotta cuddle, guys. Make sure. Sleeping naked boosts self-esteem. Sleeping in your birthday suit can also be a significant self-esteem and confidence booster if it makes you more comfortable in your skin. That makes a way more sense than it should to me for some reason. If you sleep naked, you're just yeah, I feel great, because you're just get up, you're gonna go straight to the bathroom and see yourself in the mirror right away. Whereas I don't know, if you're sleeping in pajamas and then you go see yourself and then you're taking off your clothes in the bathroom to go take a shower and you just see yourself undress yourself and just things unpack and there's like, oh my God, you probably accept yourself way more when you get up every morning, go to the bathroom and you're naked and you're just in there and you're like, yep, this is me and I appreciate that guy. I appreciate that guy. God damn it. If I was me, I'd fuck me. God damn. I feel like if you're not saying that each day, you really don't think you look that great. If you don't look at yourself in the mirror and just go, I'd fuck me, then you're just, you're just not into yourself as much as you should be. You should be way more into yourself. All right, let's go to this next one. This might be the last one. Well, it looks like there's a couple other things here, though. So some tips for sleeping naked. Good. It's good for your skin. Retrospective clothing can cause excessive sweating, which may lead to inflammation, rashes, and breakouts. Going nude helps your body eliminate sweat and dirt that the clothing can reintroduce to your body. Take a shower before bed and let your skin breathe. Hell yeah, dude. That's how you do it right there. You let your skin breathe. Okay, let's look at some tips, though. Invest in good sheets. Yeah, do not get just shit sheets. Yeah, guys, there's a goddamn company on Amazon that sells sheets. They're like 1,800 thread count. Great sheets, but so soft. Go buy them, dude. They're $30 for a full set. Go fucking try them. They're so comfy. Definitely want to invest in sheets. Don't fucking buy this cheap Walmart brand stuff. Don't go to Target to buy sheets either. Fuck you, Target, and your expensive ass sheets and all that stuff. Fuck you. But bitches love Target. Take a girl to Target though. Keep the room cool. Yeah, that makes sense because you want to have a colder room. I think you sleep better. I think I said this earlier. You sleep better when it's cold, but it just sucks when you got to get up and then you expose your little tiny dick to the whole world, and it's super cool. Get your hours in. You can practice all the healthy sleep hygiene habits, but the fancy sheets, cooled down room, and sleeping in nude. But that won't cut it if you're not actually logging hours of sleep. You should get at least 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Yeah, everybody always talks about that. How often should you sleep in the nude? Although there isn't much research to validate the ideal frequency of sleeping nude, Dr. Grit recommends doing it at least 75% of the night to reap the benefits. Dr. Horton, on the other hand, advocates sleeping nude daily because why not? Obviously, that may be trickier to do in the colder months, but nothing like a warm blanket and a cuddle partner can't solve. Yeah, exactly. Just when it's fucking cold and shit, man, just you get that lady out there and just be like, hey, me and you, we're gonna cuddle. We're gonna survive this goddamn winter together, girl. Me and you. We and you cuddle in the winter together. Together. All right. You know where you guys should be cuddling and you should be listening to while you go to sleep in the buff. You should always listen to me in the buff and in your bed. And you can find all the stuff I do at punninggame.com. That's right. That's where you found this fucking show right now. Not worth the time. You found this on goddamn punninggame.com, along with all the other great shows like Who Gives a F, The Empty Parlor, and a bunch of other podcasts that we have back cataloged now that are still there. So go check that out. And guys, it's getting cold, and when you're not sleeping nude, trying to bump uglies with your partners in your beds, you're probably going to want to put on a hoodie because you can't walk around naked. It's good to sleep naked, but not good to walk around in public naked because that's how you end up on a list. So you want to go to the Punning Game shop where you can get hoodies, t-shirts, and all sorts of fun stuff for each of the shows we have here on the website. When you go to that, don't forget to use promo code NWPOD, that's NWT Pod, for free shipping at checkout. So go to the Punning Game shop and check all that out. I don't have any show dates or anything coming up quite yet. I'll let you guys know as soon as I get anything up. I do have some fun stuff down the pipeline coming. And if you want to check out anything I do with stand-up or watch this podcast live, or not live, but watch the video version of this podcast, you want to go to Comic Wade Taylor at YouTube. Just search that in the search bar, and you'll be able to find me there. And you definitely want to go there and hit subscribe, turn on the bell, whatever fucking everybody else tells you to do. Definitely hit subscribe. I'm going to be releasing some cool new content here in the next few weeks. I'm working on getting it edited and done, shot. And it'll be really cool to have everybody see that. So definitely go subscribe to Comic Wade Taylor on YouTube for all that. Otherwise, guys, this has been Not Worth the Time. And remember, Only cuddle, don't you have sex if you want to lower those serotonins.